Wow, wow, wow. Once again, I want to welcome you. Those who are following us, those who are subscribed to our page, Youth of Destiny Uganda. I want to thank you. I want to appreciate you. Those who have shared our videos, those who have invited others to take the link, those who have followed us on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook channel, and our Twitter handle. It's Youth of Destiny Uganda. And as I told you in the beginning, that Youth of Destiny is here to impart our generation, to revive our generation, to equip our generation, and to make sure that we help our young people to enter into their destinies, believing that everyone has got a purpose, believing that everyone has got a destiny, has got a future. And tonight we've come up with another wonderful topic, and that is self-control. In Luganda we call it okwefuga. Self-control. I realize that most of us young people, we don't have self-control. We do whatever comes our way. We fry with whatever is frying. We sit with whatever is sitting. We do whatever comes our way. We eat whatever is put on our table. We drink whatever is at our disposal. We don't control ourselves at all. And in this era, in this generation, if you are to reach your destiny, you've got to have some self-control. You've got to have some guidelines, some principles of life, some the do's and the don'ts, some the non-negotiables. I call them non-negotiables. And in this book, Youth of Destiny, I put a wonderful topic called self-control. And I want to briefly introduce you there. Here, self-control, you may ask yourself, what is self-control? Self-control is just the potential within you. It is not from outside. It should be from within you. Your ability, your potential that is within you to tame yourself, and you manage your emotions, your behaviors. You make sure that you live a tamed life. I may say that self-control is living a cautioned life. That whatever you do, you think twice before you act. That's what we used to say. You think before you act. So that is self-control. And in the Bible and everywhere we shall see that. So when I was in high school, my teacher one day told me that I cannot stop. Oh, wow. Rick Warren. Let me begin from Rick Warren. In his book, Purpose-Driven Life, he said that I cannot stop birds from flying over my head, but I can stop birds from building a nest in my hair. You cannot stop birds. There are things, in other words, there are systems as a youth of destiny, as we young people, that we cannot control in our government, in our systems, in our cultures, but we can stop such things from eating us up. We cannot stop prostitutes being on the streets, but I can stop buying from them, buying them. You cannot stop selling of drugs. You cannot stop the cartels. You cannot stop I hear there are free condoms all over the streets. You cannot stop all such things because those are the systems. But you, as youth of destiny, you can stop and you can control yourself, and you don't go for them, and you live. So that's why we are here tonight. Self-control. I used to tell young people that come my way that we cannot, that if you want to know that this lion, I've tamed this lion, release it out there. One day come and release it into the public. And when it comes back in the evening into its cage, and they tell it has not hurt anyone, then that's when you will know that my lion is well tamed. So most of us young people, the youth, we claim to be tamed, we claim to be having self-control, but when we release you out there, will you back home without any scar? Will you come back home without any report following you? And what the parents have done, because they don't trust us to have that self-control, the one that is inbuilt within us, what they do, they have surrounded us with fences, they have reinforced us, they want us in the house, they want us indoors, they want you don't go out, They don't trust you when you go here, when you go there. They don't trust you simply because you don't have self-control. And I want to assure the parents that if you are to prove them wrong, they should release you and you come back home when you have a very wonderful report. Then you have self-control. So self-control is like building your own do's and the don'ts, having the boundaries of your life, having the non-negotiables, having the principles of life. You don't do anything because others are doing. You don't do something because your age groups are doing. Some of us young people, we have defense that I do X, Y, Z because I'm in adolescence. So should we lose self-control because we are in adolescence? No. Should we lose self-control because we are in a certain age bracket? No. Self-control is a guard that should be honored, and you shouldn't be caught off guard when your guards are off. So as we discuss self-control, I wanted tonight to talk deeply about the do's and the don'ts. Me, I call it the constitution of life. The youth of destiny watching me right now, you should be having your own constitution of life. Before we talk of the Article 1 of the Ugandan constitution, you should be having your own Article 1. And before we talk about all these other articles in the constitution of the Republic of Uganda, as a youth of destiny, do you have your own constitution? Do you have your own non-negotiables? Do you have your own do's and don'ts? Do you have your own boundaries? You see, a river has got what we call river banks. And without river banks or the banks, a river will not float its destination. It's the banks that hold the water within the same tract, and the water will flow to its destination. River Nile without banks, it will not go up to Sudan and go up to wherever it goes. So that means you, as a youth of destiny, without the boundaries, without the river banks, you will not flow to your destinies. You will not fall into your purpose. But you have got to have your boundaries, and you've got to have your own principles of life. As I said earlier, the constitution of life. And that's what I call the do's and the don'ts. As a youth of destiny, we shall be picking it from there in the next episode. I will be sharing with you more experience. I have an experience because of the do's and the don'ts. I am sitting here to discuss with you. If at all I had no such, maybe I would be a drug addict somewhere. Maybe I would be a drunkard somewhere. But because I have the do's and the don'ts, and among the do's and the don'ts of my life, number one, I don't take alcohol or liquor. Whether you donate it to me here to move a certain journey or a journey to our destiny, you're most welcome, and thank you so much for watching and for subscribing.